to me.
Hey people, what's up? Starco here. Guys, a lot of time that I get the question, what ISO set is the best, overall. What ISO set is the best for X character? Well, today I decided to make a full ISO set guide, guys, because uh, it's it's never a clear answer about what ISO set is going to be the best for a character. There is no overall best ISO set. There is actually a lot of ISO set that you will ignore as much as possible in the list. Basically, any ISO set that is not attack considered offense ISO set, healing ISO set, all ISO set that should be avoided to be used. First thing, guys, when you build a ISO set for characters, you always go with 8 slot ISO set. You never want anything lesser than that. This is the most important thing. That's the first thing. Other thing, guys, is that when you save ISOs to upgrade other ISO, you should never be upgrading ISO from a 1, 2, or 3 stars. You should start upgrading 4 stars ISO and plus. So 4 star, 5 star, and 6 stars ISO. Those are the ISO you want to upgrade. If you upgrade lower ISOs into greater ISOs, you're going to be wasting a lot of mats and a lot of gold for nothing, because nowadays, guys, it's very easy to get 4 star ISO and then 5 star and 6 stars ISO. So basically you want to avoid upgrading 1, 2, and 3 star ISO to avoid wasting your resources. Now, guys, there's a lot of people in Facebook group, Reddit, or Mobilium that always like Overdrive is the best ISO set in the game. That's actually not true. It's not best in all situations. ISO set, first of all, is going to be, first you have to determine, am I building a characters for Alliance Battle Extreme or characters for Shadowland that need the offensive output, or am I building a PvP character or a characters that need defensive option for Shadowland or Alliance Conquest, or even Alliance Tournament? So you gotta ask yourself all those questions. If you're actually building a character for Alliance Battle Extreme, well, there's only 3 possible options for you as ISO set. Those options are Archives. Archives is the best ISO set if your lack of cooldown duration on your card. So if you're below, I'll say 28% cooldown duration on your card, I will say that it could actually be the best ISO set depending how much cooldown you get on the gear of your character. Then you have Paradeen Girl. Paradeen Girl is a very good ISO set for a character that require a very high attack speed to be effective. Like example, Cable work the best with max attack speed, so 130% attack speed. So if you have below 20% attack speed on your card, Paradeen Girl is actually going to be the optimal ISO set for your Cable or Nova or Anti-Man, those characters that require 130% attack speed. But like I said, it depends on your card. If on your card you have enough skill cooldown to be capped when you have your ISO set without having archives, if you have enough in-war defense to be capped, if you have all the attack speed you need for the specific characters, then Overdrive become the optimal ISO set for you. But to be optimal for you, you actually need to have a perfect card setup. What I mean by perfect is just all the baseline that you need, which are at least 28% skill cooldown, at least 30% in-war defense, and at least 20% attack speed for most characters. So when you are at those lines, well, Overdrive is always going to be your best ISO set for Alliance Battle Extreme characters or Shadowland character that need damage output. So those are the 3 offensive Iso set recommendations. Now if we go here in the technician recommendation, guys, all those Iso set are useless unless you're in Alliance level 1. You don't have skill cooldown on your character, on your cards. Well, that could be a good option to go with a smart coon. Other than that, never use either smart or coon or spy tactic. That is a total waste on your character, guys, to be honest. Next you have the healer section. Healer section, guys, it is completely useless unless you have trouble clearing you know, a wall boss that you need a little bit extra survivability, you know, when you're actually starting in the camp, or you have trouble finishing 12-8 or 13-8 in story mode. It is the only time that a healing Iso set will be useful. Why that? Because in Alliance Battle Extreme, first, it's all about the damage output. In Alliance Conquest, you have 45 seconds to clear it. What's going to be happening if you have a healing Iso set is that the healing process will happen at the start when you have max HP, then it will happen again 54 seconds later. Alliance Conquest lasts 45 seconds, so you're screwed. If you look at Alliance Tournament, same thing. So it makes healing Iso set pretty much useless. Maybe in Shadowland could be a little bit useful, but still not really useful because you have the shield Iso set that will be much stronger than the healing Iso set, in my opinion. So you take those 2 Iso set and you completely ignore them. You completely ignore the skill cooldown Iso set. The only 3 first Iso set that we're taking consideration right now is Akai, Paradeen Girl, and Overdrive. So now if we go for PvP. For PvP, you have 2 Iso set that are going to be useful. First one is Binary Power. Why Binary Power? Because it will create a shield based on your max HP. If you're fully awakened, it will be 32% of max HP. If you are not, if I'm not mistaken, it's 20%, maybe 16%. I'm not fully confident about that number when it's not awakened, guys. But that's what it is, a shield. Why is that good? Because you will build some characters with a lot of HP. For example, if you take let's just take Hulk. If you build Hulk with a double max HP obelisk, then you have a shield fully awakened at 32% of max HP. You have Hulk close to 50,000 HP plus a shield of a third of his HP. That brings your characters up to 70%, 70,000 HP at the start of the fight. Because once you get it in Alliance Conquest or a Shadowland or a Timeline or Alliance Tournament, if you haven't used Hulk in Alliance Tournament, he will get the shield at the start, which is going to increase his HP, well, create a big shield that we can consider it at extra HP. So that will be a huge boost for PvP. It's all about PvP here, guys. So Binary Power is the first one that will do that. Binary Power has recovery rate on it, so if you actually have characters that need the extra recovery rate like Hulk, Binary Power will actually be the optimal Iso set for him as a defensive Iso set. Now if we look at the other Iso set that I recommend for a defensive build, Alliance Conquest, Shadowland build, a Timeline, whatever PvP you do, is Drastic Density Enhancement. Drastic Density Enhancement is actually the most popular defensive Iso set. Why? Because it gives you all attacks, max HP, reduce the CC time effect on you, increase your defense, and gives you some critical damage. So all useful stats, and as the same as Binary Power, will give you a 32% of max HP shield when actually when you're fully awakened. So and cooldown in 54 seconds again. So guys, this will only depend on us when you do online conquest, for example, or happen at the start. Just make your character to last much longer at the start. So that will give you an advantage over attack ISO set, because in online conquest attack ISO set is mostly useless, because what does damage matter if you are dead? Like, you're just gonna be dead, man. And how does ISO set, offensive ISO set will help you when the other character has invincibility when he's below 50%, unless you have a character that pierce invincibility, which are a few of them. Well, offensive ISO set is just going to get you killed there, because you won't be able to damage, and the other one is just going to fuck you up. So that is why for PvP the recommendation in 95% of the cases is defensive ISO set. What cases that it will be different is for characters like for example Quicksilver that pierce through anything. Well, offensive ISO set will be a big advantage on him, because no matter what the character does, the opponent does, even if it has invincibility or immune to all damage, well, your Quicksilver is going to be able to pierce through that. So for Quicksilver, the top for him is to be full offensive for PvP, except maybe for the Obelisk you want something more defensive to make you last longer and be able to do an extend version of damage. But other than that, most of the cases, guys, when you build for online conquest, timeline, alliance tournament, drastic density enhancement in most cases, and some case binary power are going to be the optimal ISO set. And as I repeat myself for earlier, guys, in PvE situations, so Shadowland and especially Alliance Battle Extreme, ISO sets that are recommended are Archives, Paradeen Girl, or Overdrive. And just to repeat, if you do not need cooldown duration or attack speed, Overdrive is going to be the optimal ISO set. So guys, I hope that this quick Iso-8 set guide was quite helpful. I tried to keep it short, keep it simple. If you have any question, guys, comment in the comment section below, and I will try to answer your question, guys. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and sub, and I'll see you guys in the next video.